Before you start, please subscribe. Think about what's around us. Humans have been given a very special position, and a lot of the creatures around us were created to serve different purposes, right? Not all benefits from animals or plants are direct or obvious. It's not always about eating them or using their wool. Some of them played a huge role in medicine and were actually the key to solve many diseases humanity faced. Since fuel is one of the biggest problems in our world today, it makes you wonder, could animals also be part of the solution?
Oil surging.
Shortage hits global
Energy
markets.
crisis.
If you look around, you will find it involved in almost everything we use daily. Entire economies and even politics are built around it. But here's the issue. About 90% of the world energy still depends on fossil fuels, like coal and oil. And that's a problem for several reasons. First, these resources are not evenly available around the world, which give a small number of countries control over them, and naturally pushed prices very high, especially after the energy crisis back in 1979.
Tonight to cut oil production in his country by 80%.
And I think this is not blackmailing at all.
Second, they are difficult to extract. They require specialized work, time, effort, and huge costs. And on top of all of that, fossil fuels are the biggest contributor to climate change. They are responsible for more than 75% of greenhouse gas emissions and nearly 90% of carbon dioxide emissions. And if you ask what these gases do, they act like a layer around the Earth, trapping heat inside, and that will slowly raise the planet temperature over time. And little by little, this starts becoming dangerous for life on Earth. We are talking probably in like hundreds of years, of course. But it's in process. From increasing wildfires to reducing vegetation cover to something even more concerning. The Arctic is warming almost twice as fast as the global average in recent years. And we still don't fully understand the consequences. It could release ancient diseases trapped in the ice for thousands, maybe even millions of years, or raise the sea levels and flood the coastal cities around the world. We simply don't know yet. The real problem is, the more we develop, the more fuel we need. Even though some industries started using alternatives like solar energy, aviation still depends heavily on fossil fuels. They actually tried electric aircrafts, can you imagine that? But ran into major issues, battery size and weight. And since every extra gram affects flight safety, we go to the airport, you put your luggage and they say like, no, you're overweight. The idea had to be paused for now. So aviation still relies almost entirely on fuel. And with the expansion of air travel, carbon emissions have increased significantly. Even though the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 temporarily reduced flights and emissions, the aviation industry still contributes around 2.5% of global carbon dioxide emissions, and the number is expected to grow by the end of this century. That's just carbon dioxide. If we include all emissions from aviation, it reached around 3.5%. So, naturally, they had to look for a solution. And the main option was biofuel. For those who don't know what biofuel is, renewable energy source made from living organisms, like corns, soybeans, sugarcane, and more. After processing, these materials turn into fuel similar to traditional fuel, but with lower carbon emissions. Even though biofuel was discovered as early as 1853, people didn't really take it seriously until the early 2000s. And it wasn't used in commercial aviation until 2011. Since then, many airlines and airports started blending biofuel with regular fuel, and over 450,000 flights have used it so far. But don't get too excited. In 2021, reports showed that biofuel made up less than 0.05% of global aviation demand. Basically almost nothing. That's why governments started pushing harder. For example, the United States wanted airlines to reach at least 10% of biofuel usage by 2030. The European Union is targeting around 6%, and the long-term goal, 100% sustainable fuel by 2050. Sounds great, but there's a catch. Even though plant-based materials are available in huge amounts, they still won't be enough to meet global demand if aviation fully switches. So they had to look for another source. Animal fats. They have actually been used for centuries in things like soap, candles, cosmetics, processed food. So the idea was, why not use them in aviation fuel too? Here's the shocking part. A single flight from Paris to New York required fat from 8,800 pigs just for one trip. Now imagine applying even small percentages. Like the EU's blend, you would still need around 400 pigs per similar flight. So let's say airlines actually go ahead with this idea. Did we solve the problem? Not really. Because if demand for animal fats increases, other industries that depend on them will suffer, and they will need alternatives, which lead us to palm oil. It has similar properties. It's cheap and widely available. But here's the problem. To produce more palm oil, we need more land, and that often means cutting down tropical rainforests. Last 20 years alone, millions of acres of forests in Southeast Asia have been cleared. In Tunisia alone, by itself, around 25 million acres were affected, and palm oil was responsible for a huge part of that. So, if demand increases, more forests will be destroyed, more ecosystems will collapse, and in the end, we are reducing emissions in the aviation, but increases environment damage somewhere else. So, honestly, we still have not found the perfect solution yet. If you made it this far, you are a special person. See you next time.